I introduce the magic triangle. You'll get to know this better. Second serve, you serve body or you serve middle. Remember the zones. You have to master this serve on the deuce side. Serve it right down the tee or right at them. You get a cross-court backhand shot here. You only got one option in the backhand. You hit the ball cross-court. Notice what happens now. This is what I talk about the magic triangle. He's moving up into the box. When you're caught with a ball in the triangle, you have to come to net. Because you see what happens here. My opponent comes up to the court. It's not a short ball because people define a short ball as a ball inside the service box. But in reality is once you're inside this no man's land that far in, you have to come into net or you're out of position and you're vulnerable to a shot. So remember the magic triangle. Once you're in it, you have to come to net. See how what happens is he's actually kind of in. He barely got to it, so granted it's a weak shot, so he don't want to come to net. But as he backpedals, he's actually out of position, and I have a choice shot. Remember, he has zone B ball. What you're going to do is you're going to hit the ball either to 1 or 2. You want to go back to the backhand. The biggest thing you can do is, the worst thing you can do is hit back to him. So you go back to the backhand or you go to the forehand. The ideal shot is going back to the backhand and keep yourself on the offensive. Alright, you're in the backhand corner, right? You do the run around, hit the forehand. Why? Because then you hit this guys. You can now hit the down the line shot with the forehand. You can go to 1 the backhand, or if you go down the line with 2. But if you go down the line with 2, you have to be prepared for a cross-court reply. You're going to be out of position. You have to be on the other side of the court, past the point between B and C to get ready for the cross-court reply before your ball bounces. That's the proper court positioning. So I like this. You run around it, you get the forehand, and you go down the line. However, on this down the line, ideally you want to land and curl into the alley. It's okay if it's there down the line, but you have to recover to the blue point. People don't understand this. When the ball bounces and you're not at this blue point, you're actually out of position because I can play behind you or I can play in front of you. Lastly, the worst possible place to put it is right to me in the red zone because then it's an easy put away on the cross-court finish. I get over there and I actually have options. I can go back to the backhand, down the line, or I can go cross court. He's actually out of position when I make contact with this ball. Okay, and I think the court's really open in the forehand cross, so I go for the forehand cross because I think I can finish. When you're playing your opponent, you need to know what they can do or don't do. If the guy has a monster forehand, like on the run, and you know he has a great shot, you don't do the forehand, you go back to the backhand. But the court is so open, so it gives you the opportunity. This is where there is some choice, and the strategy needs to be adjusted for what you can do. Now we have an extremely hard shot, the short angle shot, and it's a shot you have to practice. But you want to visualize hitting the ball slightly to the left of the strap if you're on the other side, and you want to roll it right to the short tee. This is a tough shot, but if you can do it, you can pretty much guarantee you finish the point because he'll be in the doubles alley, so off the court it won't matter.